Hi, my name is Josh Zander. I'm the teaching professional at Stanford University Golf Course. Today I want to talk about the two most difficult shots in golf, the low fade and the high draw. Let's start with a low fade. A low fade is difficult because to hit a low fade you need to put the ball back in your stance. And when a ball's back in your stance, it's actually more conducive for a draw than for a fade. Let me show you what I mean. When I put the ball back in my stance, can you see how the path is actually going in to out, which is a draw path? So what I can do is actually open my stance enough to where the path is still going left, even though the ball position is back in my stance. And if my path is going left relative to the club face, that's the formula for a fade. Let's go ahead and hit one. I'm putting the ball just inside my back foot, but then I'm opening my stance significantly until I can get my path to go more left than the club face, therefore producing a low fade. Here we go. And there's a beautiful low fade. The high draw is difficult because the ball position required to hit it high is more favorable to hitting a fade than it is for hitting a draw. But we can overcome this. Let's look at the problem here. If I put the ball forward in my stance, the path is actually going leftward at impact. So if the club path is going left and the club face is pointing at the target, that's a recipe for a fade. But we're trying to hit a high draw here. So we're going to keep the ball forward in the stance, but now what we're going to do is we're going to close the stance enough so the path at the moment of the strike is actually going to the right of the target. And if the path is going to the right and the club face is close to the path, we have the formula for a high draw. Let's go ahead and hit one. So now I'm actually aiming my body well right. The club face is slightly open relative to the target, but now closed relative to the path, and it is forward in my stance, so I can swing more up on it and launch this thing up in the air. Let's go ahead and whack one. And there's your high draw. No problem.